All right, so last section of chapter 2, we're going to change things up a little bit. Everything's been equalities at this point. Something is equal to something, right? One expression equals another, whether it's in a formula or whether it's an equation. And what happens in 2.6 is we take a look at what happens when two expressions, right, are not actually equal to each other, right? And so that's essentially what an inequality is. Two expressions are not equal to each other. When we start doing this, we have to use new symbols. So rather than an equal sign, like we would use an equal, right, what you're going to see is a less than sign, right, or a less than or equal to sign, a greater than sign, and a greater than or equal to. Of course, when you say less than, I like to use the word to the left of, right? And when we say greater than, we're talking about being to the right of, right? So that's something we talked about, I think, way back in section 1.4. So, hopefully that'll help us a little bit later when we start talking about solution sets. But less than or equal, greater than or equal to. And so again, what we're looking at is very similar, right? We're saying that this expression, 2x plus 3, right, is to the left of, or is less than 7. So these two these two expressions are not equal. I'm claiming that this expression is less than that expression. Of course, what we need to do is find, well, what values of x make that true? And we'll talk about that in the next video. Here I have two expressions, and I'm claiming that this expression is less than or equal to that expression. Of course, what values of x do that? We'll find out in a moment. Here I am comparing two expressions, but I'm claiming that this expression is actually greater than this expression. So I'm using a greater than. And then last but not least, here I am talking about this expression being greater than or equal to. So when you see that symbology, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, we now know we're talking about an inequality. All right? So that's essentially what an inequality is, a statement that two expressions are not equal. So we have to use one of our four symbols. Are we less than? Are we less than or equal? Are we greater than? Or are we greater than or equal to? And so now that we know what inequalities are, we now need to focus on how to solve them. That'll be in the next video.